Hi everyone, hope you are doing fine. Welcome to today's health tutorial. My name is Professor OJ, a health consultant from Green Health International, and today I want to share with you about the Greenwald Children Care Package. So our children always suffer outside here, okay? So we are going to see on how we can take good care and bring up our children the way they are supposed to grow, okay? If it's your first time visiting this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification so that whenever I drop a new jam, you always get an optimum or exact notification. If you are a return subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back to visit my videos. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I proceed, as usual, just a reminder of the 6 important crucial human organs, and this one is the heart, the brain, the liver, the kidney, the lungs, and the pancreas. So those are the 6 important body organs that will help your body to operate normally. So let's get started on how we can help in the Greenwald Children Care Package advanced by Greenwald International Business School, presented to you by me. Now, let's see the things or the outline that we are going to talk about in this segment. And mostly for children in any disease that children always undergo, it is always as a result of what is called deficiency. And that's why I've always been talking about causes of diseases. And I say causes of diseases, we have excess, and we also have deficiency, and we have the lack of knowledge. So as you can see the outline here, we are going to see vitamin A deficiency, calcium deficiency, night-sightedness, vitamin D deficiency, and also the zinc deficiency. So one thing you need to know is what you feed your children to a large extent determines their health and also their dietary habits for their life. So you need to also understand that as a parent, there is a time you need to spend more time in nourishing your child properly, okay? Because this one might be the greatest contribution you can make to their development. So in today's snack culture, where children eat a lot of junks, so you have to be very strong to help your child develop good eating habits, because you find that about 250,000 to 500,000 malnourished children in the developing world go blind each year from a deficiency of the vitamin A. Around half of whom die with the year of becoming blind, because this one is a very serious condition. Okay, so vitamin A deficiency can also lead to some conditions like night blindness. Night blindness is the you see night blind vitamin A deficiency in children can bring night blindness, skin infection, and retarded growth or deprived immunity. Because night blindness is the difficulty for the eyes to adjust to what is called the dim light, and affected individuals are mostly unable to distinguish images in low levels of illumination, and people with the night blindness have poor vision in the darkness, and sometimes you find that most of them can see normally when the adequate light is present. We also have something, the vitamin A deficiency, or the deficiency of vitamin A can also affect the vision by inhibiting what is called production of something called rhodopsin. Okay, so this is one of the eye pigment responsible for sensing low light situations. So this rhodopsin is found in the retina, in the part of the eyes that is called the retina, and is composed of retina, what is called retinol, or an active form of vitamin A, and also another one called opsin, a protein. So because the body cannot create the retinol in sufficient amounts, a diet low in vitamin A can always lead to decreased amount of rhodopsin in the eye, as the retinol is inadequate to build with opsin. So as a result of that, you find that the night blindness will have to take place, okay? So if I take you back, we also have vitamin D deficiency, this one here, vitamin D deficiency. So vitamin D deficiency can also lead to complications, that is vitamin D. And this one is a very extreme common one in Africa, because it leads to these legs you see here, a V-shaped groove. This one is bold-led. This one is V-shaped. I'm sure you've seen children, have seen adults with such kind of things. And reasons is low calcium intake, because vitamin D is good for calcium absorption and also calcium use in the body. Infectious diseases, skin pigmentation, and only have problems can be associated with rickets in children that contribute to what is called osteoporosis. So vitamin D deficiency, like I've said, is extreme in Africa, right? And despite the region having high levels of sunlight exposure, you find that there are three reasons, or mainly or majorly three reasons. One is, in most parts of Africa, the traditional diet is low in calcium and high in what is called folate, where cereal staples are the major constituent of the diet, and dairy products are expensive, okay, or obtainable. Number two is the reason because repeated occurrence of infectious diseases disturbs the production of vitamin D3. And you find that Africans require 6 to 10 times as much exposure as light-skinned individuals for the skin to produce its natural vitamin D. Okay, so because vitamin D will help in the promotion and absorption of calcium and phosphorus from the gastrointestinal tract, and a deficiency of vitamin D makes it difficult to maintain proper calcium and phosphorus levels in bones, which can cause what is called the rickets. So these are the rickets, okay? So when you are taking the calcium, and it is not being used in the body, then it means it's due to deficiency of vitamin D. So in African countries, as high as around 56% of preschool children have anemia because of iron deficiency, okay? So that is the third one here. Let me take you back. Sorry, let me take you back. Okay. Yeah, tunachambua hizi moja moja. So calcium deficiency, vitamin A, vitamin D, nicotinase, and so on and so forth. Okay. So you find that iron deficiency and anemia in children. Now, iron deficiency has a serious long-term consequences for children, such as they will find always your child will always be having increased susceptibility to infections. Anakuwa ni mtu ambaye anaweza kupata infections kiurahisi. Sometimes they have poor physical growth, their bodies does not grow properly. They can also have decreased appetite, reduced mental performance, retardation of brain development. Although African children eat green leafy vegetables that is rich in iron, but because it is also rich in what is called phytates that inhibits the iron absorption. So thus can cause what is called low bioavailability of the iron. So earlier studies are found that breastfeeding after 6 months of age without iron supplementation or use of non-iron fortified cow's milk as a weaning food, early and frequent consumption of tea and relatively infrequent consumption of meat contribute to iron deficiency in African children. So iron is also one of the most important for children who are having complications. Now, zinc deficiency, I also want to share about countries at risk of zinc deficiency. As you can see from this picture, no data, that is the white one. The light blue is low, medium, and then the red one is high. And you see Africa is at high risk, okay, because of the highest percentage. So zinc intakes are inadequate for about a third of the population and affects 40% of preschool children in Africa. And you have to find that zinc is commonly the most deficient nutrient in complementary food mixtures fed to infants during weaning. So zinc is the second most abundant element. Also, you need to know that because it helps in making sure that your body operates normally. Okay. So these are the signs and symptoms that can lead to zinc, and also the foods that can give us zinc. So due to the demand immunity caused by zinc deficiency, persistent diarrhea is a common health, especially in children. Then we also have weak immunity. They easily get infection of flu. Weak immunity is an early symptom of zinc deficiency. Leaky gut, zinc supplement has been proven to tighten the gut wall. Okay. So prevalence of wasting in children at the age of 5 years. Okay, but before that, I want to give you some tips. Okay, I want to give you some tips, nutritional tips for parents. So these are nutritional tips for parents to follow, aiming at raising up a healthy and intelligent kid. So there are around three, if I'm not wrong. So make sure that you take good care of them. Number one is don't develop kid with a sweet tooth. Don't develop kid with the sweet tooth. Okay, so the taste for sugar is acquired through eating sweeter and sweeter foods, and it can also be lost, usually with some resistance, by gradually reducing the level of sweetness in foods and also in drinks. So this actually means that replacing sweetened drinks with fruit juice, diluted half and half with water, is very important, instead of giving your child soda or sweetened foods, that is. Okay, then few children drink enough water. It is always important for your child to make sure that he or she takes enough water. So you need to encourage your child to drink water by putting it on the table at meal times. And when they are thirsty, give them water for the first glass. And also, if possible, you can dilute the juice for the second. Okay. Now, you will also need to make sure that you are not supposed to give sweets or sweetened foods or colas and other sweetened drinks as treats. So make sure you always have enough fresh, appealing fruit for your children to nibble on it at their discretion, that is. Send them to schools with fruit rather than money to buy sweets. So when they are older and have pocket money, they will buy sweets and get them at parties. But if sweets or sweetened drinks and foods are not part of their day-to-day diet, then they are likely to crave them or develop an addiction, likely. So samaki mkunji agali mbichi, the Swahili people say like that. Okay, so the earlier the better. Tip number two, develop good habit of eating vegetables. Make sure you develop your child in making good use of him, because you find that when you develop a habit of eating vegetables, including raw ones, with each meal, then the trick here is to find ways of preparing vegetables so that they taste good. So too many vegetables are cooked to death and taste bad. Now, raw organic carrots, peas, chips, and also mashed and jacket baked potatoes are naturally quite sweet and favorite with children. But serving something raw with each meal, even if it's just a few leaves of watercress or grated cabbage or tomato or carrot, develop the taste for the salad foods. So instead of putting those spices in the foods, you can always be making sure that you give some kind of raw cabbage, tomato, carrot, and some fruits just close. This one will always help in making sure that you are developing a good habit of eating vegetables for your children. Tip number three is introduce oily fish and seeds to your kids' meal. Okay, so as long as your kid is eating oily fish 3 times a week and a daily protein of seeds, they should be getting a good level of essential fats to help their brains develop and boost their IQ. And that's why we have a product called Dipsy. So for big kids or teenagers who are old enough to swallow tablets or capsules, you may give them the Spirulina Plus capsule that we have from our products, because the Spirulina Plus capsule has all the nutrients that the body needs to keep healthy. Okay, that is for teenagers. And deep sea fish oil also is also very important because it has omega-3. So nutrient deficiency can cause irreversible damage to the health of your kids. And when you are nurturing your children, you are nurturing the future of your family and also your nation. So those are tips that will help you to make sure that you run your children's health to the better optimum. Now, what are some of the products that you can help from Greenwell that can help in making sure that it can take good care of your children? So from Green Health International, we only have two good products that are suitable for children at all ages, even if it's one day, at all ages. Because most of the causes of diseases in children is just deficiency of what you call the trace elements and also the vitamins. So I hope you are noting down. If maybe you are treating a child who is having any complication, and most people have been asking me which products can we give to children. So the only two products we can give to children are Blueberry Super Nutrition. These are children below from age 1 to 6 months. Okay, So because the blueberry super nutrition provides vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, proteins, dietary fibers to children, and has thus they improve what is called the children's overall nutritional status. Then we have blueberry juice. Blueberry juice will provide vitamins and minerals to children. An appealing and convenient healthy drink for children, a perfect substitute for soda. So when you are giving your children these two kind of products or medication, then your children will grow brighter, will grow better, and will grow to be a better future person. Just the way I've said that nurturing a child is like nurturing your family and your next generation. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, that one was just a very short tutorial about the children care package, because Greenwald Children Care Package, Nourishing Children, Nurturing Future, because the child is the coming nation. So thank you so much for listening to that short tutorial video. Just a parting shot of what you need to know is, when you are dealing with the children, then the only thing you need to know is children are mostly affected due to deficiency of certain trace elements or vitamins, and the only two products that can help that is blueberry super nutrition and blueberry juice. So you can note them down, know the price, or contact me. I will let you know the price, and then recommend to children and see how your children grow better and best in all their endeavors as they grow up from child to teenagers to adults. Otherwise, thank you so much, and let me know what you think about this short tutorial about children care package, and by doing so we will be moving ahead. If you are listening this video for the first time, don't forget to drop a comment and also to subscribe. And to my return subscribers, thank you so much. Let's keep the spirit, let's keep the fire burning. Otherwise, see you in my next video.